We're going to move into a case study, hopefully make that functional decomposition material a little more solid and a little more, concrete in how you think about it. So this case study here is a product that was designed by a collaboration between Bioventus, which is a big health tech company, and Delve, which is a Madison-based product innovation firm. The product is called the Exogen. It's a bone healing system that shoots low intensity ultrasonic waves to promote bone healing. A little over my head. Their website's really cool. So we have that linked here if you want to check it out. This is a case study that was presented as part of ME 549 product design, a course offered through UW-Madison. So this product has been on the market since 2006. Essentially, like I said, it's a safe, effective, painless treatment, clinically proven to speed up the body's natural bone healing process. Essentially, what users will do is they'll take that black bead. This is what sends the ultrasonic waves into your bones. If you have a broken bone, a fractured bone, you'll put that black puck on your fracture location and hold it there for 20 minutes. Now there's a counter on the white handheld unit of the Exogen here that will count down, and that's how long you need to hold that black puck on your fracture location. And then your doctor will prescribe any movements or any other locations that you'll need to move the puck to, and you can restart your timer and hold it there. So the Delve team worked together to gather the cross-functional team and apply the user-centered methodology that we've been learning about to assess any unmet needs of their current stakeholders. So essentially, they're going to take this product, go out, talk to their users, and say, hey, how does this work well? How could this work better? Where can we improve the functionality, the experience for our customers? Very similar to what we're doing right now with our kettle. So like you guys just did, the team at Delve went out and did all their discovery research. They went out and talked to, customers, to experts. They did some job shadowing and some in-context research to understand, how does the doctor prescribe this? How does the user use this in their home? They did a technology assessment and, did their teardown of the existing Exogen product. They bought competitive products and tore them down, figured out what they could learn. Are people using Bluetooth? Are people using, big batteries, plugging them in? Where are trends in the market going? They put all this information into a really detailed user map and experience map that unfortunately we don't have the time to get into and to teach those tools, but there's hugely important analysis and synthesis tools. Delve was able to identify some of the unmet needs that they needed to accomplish with their new product. Number one was maintain simplicity of use for the customer. Number two was to encourage daily compliance and daily use and address the service life of the battery. One of the things they found was that a lot of our users would forget to charge their Exogen, meaning it would die pretty shortly. They'd have to replace batteries in the middle of treatment. Just a pain in the butt and a headache that oftentimes led to them not using their Exogen, which led to bones taking longer to regrow, not growing in properly or evenly, leading to further injury down the line. Then the team jumped into their functional decomposition. Now, this is a good opportunity if anybody wants to ask any questions that we can kind of talk about some of the functions that we came up with or that they came up with. I didn't have a part in this. I won't pretend to. So function number one was display status during 20-minute therapy. So this was saying, hey, we wanted to brainstorm how do we tell our users you have 20 minutes, 10 minutes, X minutes left for your treatment. So a few solutions to that function were as follows. Number one was an LED status indicators. So this was the very simplest version of this. You just have 4 different lights. The first one lights up at 20 minutes. The next one lights up at 15, 10, and then 5, and then turns off. You light them in 5-minute or 1-minute intervals. Very simplified. You use a green light when it's on, a red light when it's off. That's how users would know how long to do their therapy for. Another solution is a segmented LCD display. This would allow Delve and Exogen to run, multiple colors, battery life, to show some additional information to the customers. This would be a higher cost, more technical problems that go along with it compared to the LED status or the LED indicators. But that is one potential solution. Another one was a monochrome graphical LCD display. So this would be all one color, again, communicating information the same way the segmented LCD display was. But another possible solution that could be, more complicated, less complicated, higher cost or lower cost compared to the segmented LCD display. And then the final solution that they came up with was a high resolution color touchscreen. So this would obviously be the most detailed, the most complicated, the most, the highest cost solution to communicate with our users, here's how much time you have left with your 20-minute therapy. But obviously, seeing the market, seeing trends of touchscreens, iPhones, different apps, this was a potential for them. Second function that they broke down was to provide appropriate battery life. Essentially was, hey, how can we power this thing? One of the solutions was a coin cell battery. Another is, custom non-rechargeable battery packs that would require users to order new ones from their doctor, get new ones shipped to their home. There's also the user replaceable AA batteries that has the benefit of allowing users to keep that in their house. They can replace it whenever they need to, but does come into the problem of, hey, that's a lot of waste. Our users are going to be throwing those away every time. The users could plug it in. It could be a corded charger. They just have to plug it in when they use it. But that comes along with its own set of constraints. That means a user has to, either have a really long extension cord to continue to walk around the house, or they have to sit down for 20 minutes and do their therapy. One of the things that they heard was that a lot of users like to do their therapy and walk around the house. So they'll tape their puck to their arm and continue to do, daily tasks or go for a walk. A corded therapy device would completely remove that from the equation. Users would not be able to use their product during daily habits. They'd have to set apart, 20 minutes to do their therapy. The third function they broke down and identified was they needed to keep the cable from pulling the device off of a flat surface. So this essentially says, how do we connect that black puck that we talked about to the handheld device in order to transmit information? One of the ways they thought of was the top one up here, was that the cord could emanate from the top of the device, right? And if we think about it, what kind of constraints or added benefits or, taken value would that solution provide? What if the cord is emanating from the bottom of the device? How does that affect the user experience? That's a potential solution to our cable connection. The third function they came up with was to do cordless communication between the device and the ultrasound transducer, that black puck. Obviously, that one would be much more, technically difficult, probably a higher cost than just running a cord out the top and the bottom. But it could free up some space to have the two devices separate, which would allow more use, doing a daily activity or going for a walk, as opposed to the corded device. So the point that we're trying to get across from this case study is, hey, you break down your function, you break down a bunch of different solutions to that function, and then we're going to talk about how to put those together to create a holistic concept, or to create a product that includes, hey, we're going to take, solution number 1 from function 1, solution number 3 from function 2, and then solution 6 from function 3, and create a product. That's the Frankenstein we create. And you would make multiple Frankenstein's monsters, and go out in the world, get feedback, and continue to iterate.